Like, share, subscribe, all that other good shit, man. Let's get straight to it. I just seen some shit that really just disappointed me. Swerve. I got a video about Booker T and Swerve, and I was playing devil's advocate. I was basically saying neither parties is wrong. You feel me? So I'm on nobody's side. But this one, I'm 100% against Swerve. I like Swerve. I still like Swerve. But this shit was corny, though. This shit was corny. I just seen at the Dynasty, off air, he at the end of his speech talked about representation and all that. And then he just gonna fuck Booker T. Just say fuck Booker T. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. What the hell is you doing? You gonna say fuck Booker T in front of all these damn marks? You know, that AEW mindset is so toxic, and y'all wonder why y'all fucking ratings is the way it is. Because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to learn. Y'all just want to do everything your own way instead of realizing shit that's been working for generations before AEW's even thought of made millions of dollars for this industry called professional wrestling. And you mean to tell me, oh, we're just not going to listen to anything. You wonder why you can't even. I just seen the last rating. Y'all can't even get past 600K. Y'all ain't even hit 700K all year. Since the end of last year, y'all have not hit 700K. Even if y'all did, it's 700K. Y'all not beating the development brand at NXT. Come on. But y'all doing everything right. This AEW mindset is toxic, man. It's toxic as fuck. And Swerve, I'm starting to believe more and more. Swerve says whatever suitable for the environment. He know the marks are going to join his side. So he said that in front of all these motherfucking marks. That's going to be like, yeah, Swerve rules. Screw Booker T. This shit's corny, bro. Then come to find out they had chopped it up before about a situation. And you didn't have none of that smoke for him then. I'm sure this man looked you in your eyes. Booker T seemed like the motherfucker that'll look you in your eyes the entire time y'all talking. Just to see if you bluffing. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he one of them guys that's gonna look in your eyes the whole fucking time if there's tension. He ain't gonna look away. And you telling me you probably looking away, looking down, all respectful and all this shit, but now you in front of these marks that's gonna ride anything you say. And you just gonna say fuck Booker T? Come on, dude. Booker T is by far the biggest black wrestler of all time. He's a household name. You ever heard of Spinneroonie? You ever heard of Can You Dig It, Sucker? You ever heard of Harlem Heat and all this other shit Booker T has done? You ever heard of WCW? The competition, the only competition in history that was whooping Dodee's ass, that had Dodee at risk of getting bankrupt, he was a part of that. You were part of a motherfucking company that can't even beat their development. What are you talking about? Booker T is the reason why any black wrestler can shine. Come on, dude. This generation is irritating as fuck. Because this generation is built off of disrespect. So I can just only imagine when all of us is old, Swerve is an old man, the next generation is going to be even more disrespectful. Oh, I ain't got to listen to the older cats that's been here 50 plus years, that's seen a lot of this shit coming. And that's what's happening now. Oh, I ain't got to listen to them. And that's what's happening at AEW. Oh, we ain't got to listen to the old school ways. And y'all wonder why y'all at 500K, 600K. Then not mention Tony Khan lying, talking about, oh yeah, we're really getting 1 million views. And I don't even know about that full story, man. I'm just like, dude, I wish I had that sound effect. Stop the cap. Like, please stop. Turn the cap locks off on your computer, because that damn cap lock is on, because you capping hard as fuck. Stop hitting the shift button when you hitting the letters, because you capping like bad, bro. How you getting 1 million views and y'all still ain't even known on any spectrum, any level? If you was getting millions of views consistently, that means your fan base is growing. What are you talking about? You have a niche audience that's enjoying this. Come on, dude. But that really made me lose some brownie points for Swerve. You gonna say fuck the motherfucker that? Do you realize he carried black representation on his back? And of course, there was some before him. Of course. But those people never were allowed to reach the status. And even if they wasn't allowed, they just never reached the status of a Booker T becoming a household name. Booker T was a part of the most important times of professional wrestling history. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't even understand. He came right when the Attitude Era ended. Then the Ruthless Aggression Era. He's a big part of that. Huge part of that. So it's like, that's corny, man. That's corny, man. Where's the dignity? Where's the integrity? If you felt like that, you should have kept that shit to yourself, bro. You gonna disrespect a legend? This is a totally different subject, bro. Like, this motherfucker is one of the only people, the only black man that is this celebrated and immortalized in the world of professional wrestling, bro. You ever heard of Israel Adesanya? This was like a couple years ago. This motherfucker UFC champ had a press conference. He just stopped. Like, is that Booker T? Come on, bro. People recognize Booker T any fucking where. He's one of the most. He's a household name. And you gonna say fuck him, the guy that's the reason why you laced up a pair of boots? I don't care if he wasn't your favorite wrestler. He's the reason why you was allowed to lace up a pair of boots, bro. And even make it to a certain level. He showed that you can break barriers. When he said in his podcast, 100% true, bro. He broke barriers. And I know everybody, he talk about Vince saying the N-word and all that other shit. It's like, bro, it is what it is. I said what I said about it, but at the same token, Booker T ain't crying about it. You know what I'm saying? Booker T not bitching about it. And then, in hindsight, he said that to John Cena. He didn't say that to actually Booker T. I'm not saying it makes a difference that much, but I'm just saying in the same breath, it's just like, okay, man, it was a different time then, bro. Racial jokes and racial innuendos was all over the place in 2006 through 2008. And back before 2006, bro. Like, do you realize they was just coming off the Attitude Era? It was racial jokes every fucking where, bro. It's like, it was regular shit to see that. Bro, I grew up in a time, this is around the same year. What is this, 2006 or 7? Edge and Lita had a live sex celebration. Come on, dude. It's like, it was all types of, you ever heard of Crime Time? Yo, yo, yo? Come on, bro. Like, it was a different time, man. It was a different time, bro. It was a lot more loose. And it was shock TV. That's why I even said in my video, check it out, that on Booker T's side, it's like, bro, this is a movie. That's why he said in his podcast, like, don't do Hollywood then. Don't do no Hollywood movies. Don't do, because I'm sure you're going to hear it. Have you ever heard of Django? Django. Like, have you ever heard of Django Unchained featuring Jamie Foxx? Starring Jamie Foxx? Starring Leonardo DiCaprio? And a lot of other great actors? Michael Madsen and shit? Dude, they said... No, I'm thinking of Hateful Eight. But Leonardo DiCaprio was in this. Samuel Jackson was. Michael Madsen was in Hateful Eight. But they said they used the N-word like 100 fucking times. And I love that movie. Bro, Quentin Tarantino is my favorite movie director ever. His dialogue in movies is in your face. He don't hide from what he felt like was truths. That was the time where that shit was regular. 1800, 1700. It was regular shit. That's why they had the N-word in Django's 90s, 100 something times. Because it was true to life at that time. That's why I love his movies. He don't hide from it and bitch out like, oh, we're gonna be sensitive. Fuck that. It was a real time where this shit really happened. Django's not based on a true story. It's inspired by Nat Turner and things like that. But still though, it depicted a real time. But do you think Jamie Foxx was bitching about it? You think Samuel Jackson was? Did you know Samuel Jackson played? What was his name? Steve on there. He played the most despicable level of a black person you ever could play. The Sambo, the guy that believed in the white way, that truly, genuinely believes what was going on at that time was completely the right way to go. Uncle Ruckus. That goes to my point. I hope you never want to do Hollywood, man. It's like, come on, man. But fuck Booker T in front of all these damn marks, and they just keep real in front of mostly white people. You know how that make us look when you do shit like that? Like, damn. You know how that make us look when you doing shit like that? So I'm saying, where's the fucking dignity and integrity to be like, you know what? I ain't gonna diss another black man for other people's entertainment, for other people's public consumption. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck how I feel about him. Me and him have a speech. Me and him one-on-one, and then come to find, like I said, obviously y'all did. Well, from what Booker T saying, but you gonna say fuck Booker T on a live pay-per-view? What type of corny shit is that, man? I like Swerve. I do. It ain't gonna really change how I like Swerve, but that's corny though, bro. I can't even say I like that wasn't. That was corny as fuck. That was very markish. That was very AEW set of my if you critique us, you say anything we don't like, screw everybody. It's us against the world mentality. And like I said earlier, this is exactly why y'all not growing. Because y'all one of those situations, y'all a solitude company. Y'all just want to be in y'all own little spaces. And y'all wonder why y'all not growing, because of this mentality. Look how they did CM Punk. I'm not saying CM Punk was any right, but the way CM Punk wanted to do things, he actually wanted to work with the Bucks. Ironically, the Bucks was at the end of the dynasty, causing them the match, right? But he wanted to work with the Bucks. Look what the Bucks did. The same AEW mentality. You hurt my feelings. I don't want to work with you no more. No. You hurt my feelings. No, I don't want to make money off of this angle. Fucking stupid. Kenny Omega, from his last interviews before he came back, he actually wanted to. So he was the only grown-up in the situation. Look what Hangman did. I fuss with Hangman, but like, with Hangman, you just shoot on CM Punk about a bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with the story. And then come to find out, where the fuck has Colt Cabana been in almost 3 years? Because Colt Cabana suck. Y'all know he suck. Where is he at then? Exactly my point. But y'all's crying over him? But back to Booker T and Swerve, man. That was corny. And that's that AEW mindset that's not going to let y'all grow as a company. Because y'all got this over-the-top rebellious for no fucking reason, stupid mentality, bro. All y'all doing is burning bridges. What if y'all could have had Booker T show up one day? You ever thought of that? What if Rob Van Dam showed up under a WWE's contract? So I'm sure you could have probably had Booker T come. Just imagine Booker T managing Swerve. Booker T sometimes still wrestle. What if we could have had a Booker T and Swerve tag team match against somebody? I'm just saying, the possibility is endless. But now, with all this childish, teenager, 7th grade drama that AEW keeps up with, y'all burn all y'all bridges with this childish mentality. Swerve is corny for that. You lost a lot of brownie points of respect for me because I thought you was a much bigger man with integrity and some dignity as a black man in this white predominantly sport, because this is one of the only sports that they made sure to keep white, and you don't understand that? But you're going to disrespect the household name? You might as well say fuck Ron Simmons, Coco Beware, all them niggas. Papa Shango, aka Good Father, Godfather. You might as well say fuck all these people that paved the way for you. Come on, man. That shit corny, man. That's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe. What do y'all think of this? We out.